Hello, everyone. This is Liz from Knowledge Return. Remember, this is a space where we talk about energy and spirituality as a part of our normal everyday experience. Today, I usually don't talk about social commentary. I usually don't provide social commentary. But again, this is a space where we talk about energy and spirituality. And that's part of our life. Our social existence is a part of our lives. And I was watching the news, and I typically don't watch the news because, again, it's very depressing. Most of the news that is shown is very depressing. But there was one aspect, especially coming out of the United States, where they were talking about how their intention for the immigrants that are being rounded up within America. And it actually saddened me. And then I had to stop myself and remind myself that the energies that's out there in this world, they're still perpetuating the cycle of separation, the storyline of separation, meaning that they're perpetuating the idea that we're separate from each other. And I had to remind myself and catch myself that instead of feeling the emotion of sadness and worry and grief, I had to counteract that with calmness and peace, so that we collectively become creative and innovative in how we approach the situation collectively. I also add in compassion and empathy for one another. And then the more of us that put that type of energy, that feeling, that emotion, as it relates to that situation, we're basically turning the way the situation and the outcome happens. Instead of feeling like you have no ideas, no way of moving forward, instead of feeling that lower vibrational emotion that some people want to put you in because they want to perpetuate that we're all separate from one another, that one person or group of people, they don't mean anything to us, not realizing that each and every person, no matter where they come from, means something to each and every one of us. Not realizing that each person out there might be a reflection of who we are, who we were, or who we will be. And so for some of us who are on that spiritual journey, you come to awaken to that fact that we truly are not separate from each other. And so we do have that compassion and empathy for our fellow man and woman when they go through hard times. So one thing I want people to be aware of when they hear these terrible, terrible news that's going on wherever you are, center yourself for a moment. Ground yourself for a moment. Collect your thoughts, especially if you're grieving and you're saddened and you're angry. Calm yourself. And balance yourself in peace so that you're able to have the courage. You can find a pathway and a solution. You are open to new and creative ideas to resolve the pathway forward. It's very important in this time for those of us who are aware and who are waking up to what this life is. Because if we go in with anger and hatred, or on the flip side, if people see this as a benefit to themselves because they are playing the role and playing into the role of separation, a lot of that is coming to an end. But it takes us finding a solution. And sometimes, in order to find that solution, you need to be calm. You need to be a state of peace. In order to express your compassion and empathy, you just need to be and know that we are actually one. We're not separated. That's an old storyline that we're playing out. We're not separated. We're not separated from each other. We're not separated from our spiritual self. We just have to remember and awaken to that truth. So I hope people do not justify having anyone suppressed and repressed in working for nothing for the benefit of others. I hope you see yourself in that situation, to have empathy for the other person. Because maybe that one day that person may be you, or was you. We don't realize that this is a cycle, and certain cycles are ending. And as certain cycles end that we live in, we'll start to see great upheavals, because people and individuals who want to hold on to their power, they do more egregious things in order to do so. So you just need to be aware. Stay balanced, grounded, and really know that this world is abundant without putting anyone below anyone, without suppressing, imprisoning anyone. It's not necessary in this world. It's not. We were all made to believe that it was, that someone needs to be lower than us for us to rise. We must use someone in order to get ahead, in order to prosper. The only people who need to do things like that is people who do not know how abundant and powerful they are, how creative they are within themselves. People who use other people and drain the resources of other people are actually weak people. They're weak because they do not know that they have the power and the resources and the energy within their own selves. There are ways to run businesses and companies and to supply the masses without suppressing anyone, without lowering anyone. But yeah, greed has to get out the way. The greed of the few have to get out of the way. So know what it is. Wake up to what it is. They're using the storyline of separation to say those people over there do not deserve to be in this country, yet they deserve to pick the vegetables. It does not make sense. Do not be fooled. Do not be fooled. This is greed. And it's working on the storyline of separation so that you feel okay with someone else's greed. And it's not okay. It's not okay. So this morning, as I settled myself, I had to let go of that sadness and the anger associated with that. Because I have empathy and compassion for the people who are going through it. But at the same time, I had to calm myself, center myself with peace in order to see if there is a solution, a creative, think outside the box solution to see around this chaos. And that's what a lot of us are being called to do, who know what this life and experience is. We need to think outside the box and be creative. And not get too angry. But there's a way to balance in that type of energy because it drives you, it's passionate. So you don't necessarily want to use anger, but you want to use the force in action and fire behind that to drive you to do what is right. To do what benefits the highest good for all of us. All of us, every one of us. Not the 1% or the few who already have in their own minds everything, yet they want more. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by the chaos. Don't be fooled by the lies and the distractions. It's playing on the storyline of separation, and you are truly not separated. That person who is struggling is just a reflection of something or a time frame that you might have been in or will be. See yourself in them. and help find a solution. Creative, because the storylines are old and they repeat themselves. So if they're old and repeating themselves, how do you counteract? You do something new and different. New and creative. That's how we get out of the cycles that we're in. New and different. So hopefully, as people look at the news and the things going on in their society, that you all hold in peace and calm in order for you to be open to something new and different that benefits all of us, that does not suppress or make any group or person or thing lower than us, knowing that we're all equal. Looking for a solution that sees us all as equals. Only people who do not know themselves and know how creative and powerful and abundant that they are take from others and suppress others. So be that light. Be that solution. Be the calm in this world.